Recording's been split, so now we're ready to go. Oh, Microprose. I was going to say about that. I was shocked when I saw Microprose turn up in the as I loaded the game the first time. I remember Microprose from back in the DOS days. Things like games like Master of Magic. And I know they had a reputation for publishing a lot of really good games, but I'll just hide that for now because I realise I don't have any text prepared. I have no idea what this game is about. They had a reputation for publishing really good games, but I haven't heard about Microprose in, at all. Since the 90s. I mean, I wouldn't have been aware of them in the 90s. Like, I only know of them from retro games, so I didn't know they were still going, and I wonder if it is actually the same group or if the brand got reused. Yes, Alexa? You have a question? I'm waiting because I don't want to click new game, which might trigger a cutscene. Are you able to watch the game trailer on stream? I could. So the technical answer to that is I don't own the copyright, so I shouldn't. But I've always had a policy that trailers, it's probably okay, because literally the reason that a company puts out a trailer is to advertise their game. They want as many people as possible to watch it. So if I were to get it would seem just why would a company possibly make a copyright claim against my channel if I'm showing a trailer for their product? It wouldn't make sense. So I mean, I could. I think publicly available YouTube videos should be watchable. Well, the thing is, you don't technically own the copyright. It's just, so for example, if I showed some YouTube video that was publicly available, which was, I don't know, there's a lot of really good YouTubers that put out documentary type content. If I were to show an entire one of those, it could be argued that I'm robbing them of viewers. I mean, ignoring the fact this channel's so small, you could make that argument that, people that have then watched it on my channel aren't going to go and watch theirs, and then when I upload it to YouTube, well, now I've also got their video embedded within mine. So from a legal perspective, it's no defense, but it's again, the whole point of a trailer is because you want to get as many eyes on it as possible. The trailer isn't intended to make money itself. It's supposed to try and make people buy the game. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy to show the trailer. Is that what you would like in chat? Would you like me to find the trailer and put it on screen? Or should I just get into the game? But why watch a trailer if you already bought the game? Well, Alexa was asking, according to Tears' Twitch, you can watch YouTube videos as long as you only do reaction content. As long as you only do reaction content. So I couldn't stream games and do reaction content. I think Alexa wants him to watch some other games trailer. Oh. I'm not sure if that's what they meant. I think I'm just going to start the game. If you want to watch the trailer, I'm curious. Alright. I'll try to find the trailer. I guess there is a reason to watch the trailer, because then I'll have some idea what this game is about. And that will then help me write some notes to go in the top right. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Georgius. Let's see if we can find a trailer for this game. to start with. Yeah, launch trailer, micro prose, that looks correct. 1 minute 30 seconds. That all looks sensible. Let me quickly go into studio mode on OBS so that I can set up the window capture without without having to change the scene yet. That looks correct. You should get audio, but I'm going to want to turn the game audio off, aren't I? What's going to be the easiest way to do that? As long as I remember to undo it, I can just mute the game. And then we transition, and then we're ready to go. Let me know if you don't get audio. You should do. I believe I may have broken Mr. Philby. Did you? Why? Also, why do you have the Australian government referenced? I haven't checked. I'm assuming this game was developed by an Australian company and they probably got some sort of grant. But I don't know for sure. That's quite common, that if you get some sort of like government grant to make something, that you're expected to acknowledge them.
Salutations, Old One.
You can see and hear this?
You must find the secret portal.
Vermeer has faith in fate foretold, but Smollax makes his own luck.
Who do we have here?
Exploration leads to freedom, but liberty for one is not deliverance for all. Revel in nostalgia. Resurrect a dying past. Realize your destiny. Reveal forgotten evil. Uncover the atrocities of a villainous antiquity. Two cultures, one truth. Do what you think is right.
Blimey.
Explore a world you were born to protect.
Well, that told me very little. This seems like a cross between Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego and Myst. I'm not familiar with the first game. Well then. Let's transition back. Let's unmute the game. And let's get into it. Oh, and I may as well write some sort of note to go in the top right. Then we will get into it, I promise. This is a Myst clone. I have no idea what is happening. That'll do for now. Certainly accurate, and let me bring the little note up on screen. If I can find the right source. There it is. You could probably watch the Steam store videos and get much more. Maybe, but I want to get into it. You can copy the trailer description to what's happening. I am going to get into this game now. What? Choose your journey mode. Please note, access to maps, traveller's guides and main goals are available in all journey modes, and you can change your journey mode setting during the game in your journey tools. Guided by the Ancients. Guided by the Ancients won't leave you feeling so alone during your journey in Neyyah. Receive new maps and location alerts, as well as pop-up text to help familiarise yourself with Neyyah's controls and features. Traveller's guide notifications are set to default, alerting you to new observations being collected in your Traveller's Guide, and text prompts will appear throughout the game, edging you closer to solutions. Whispers in the Wind. Tutorials won't appear at the start of the game, and you won't be prompted so much during your travels. However, you will still receive notifications on new locations and map reveals. Traveler's Guide notifications are also switched off by default, enabled in your options, allowing you to solve Neyyah's mysteries without too much assistance. Master your own adventure. Devour the complexities of Neyyah at your own pace without any assistance. Get out your pen and paper and take notes in order to build an understanding of Neyyah's world through your observations and thought processes. Allow Neyyah to become your world. Apparently you can not use firearms on Twitch until you get special permissions. What? What an odd rule. Why would they give someone special permission? I assume you mean, like, not virtual firearms, but, like, actual firearms. The last one seems tailor-made for you, Elmag. Oh, it's gonna be so hard. Fine. They say I can change it, so if it does get too hard, I can always change the setting. Pen, paper, observations. You can be Sherlock Oni. Okay.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I'm Vermeer,
Hello, Vermeer.
head scientist here on Oluja.
Oluj, right.
I'm sure you're wondering why you've been torn from one reality and thrown into another. Basically, your arrival was foretold by an ancient spirit, and your mission will change the fate of the world.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Behind you, there is a key. It will operate the bridge to the Jalud station. Press the button to get inside. The Jalud will take you to Neyyah. In the name of Fazalta, your existence changes everything. Go to Neyyah. Save us all. Like the Pelska foretold.
Look at all these words they're, look at all these lore words they're shoving at us right at the start. What was his name, sorry? I got everything but his name. There's a location called Oluj. There's Jalud Station in front of us. Someone called Fazalta, someone called Relsha. No, Pelsha. That person was not a very good actor. I wouldn't be surprised if it was either a dev or like a local actor. Write that down. Why are we here? Write that down. Save us all. Why is Frosty not responding? Oh, there we go. What was his name? Was it Nivolta or something? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't write it down in time. You may be happy that you chose this one. According to a tiny research, it's only 3 equals to 5 hours for 100%. Oh, okay. Ooh. I've forgotten which Myst game it was that had an interface like this. Was it Myst 3? Because I know this is very much like Myst 1 and 2, except because you've got the 90-degree movement, except they actually transition. Like, you can see this as you do the turn, you can see the screen move, which I don't think the original Myst and Riven did. I could be wrong. 3 equals 5. Math 2.0. 3 to 5, sorry, I fat fingered it. Well, the normal rules apply. If you've played this game before, I'd prefer not to receive too many hints, but if you've not played this game before, you are welcome to play it along with me. Right, this is going to do the bridge, is it? What am I looking at? Okay. Some sort of retinal scanner? What? Time 1 hour ago. Portal activated. Sensor detected. Connecting Orienta system. Successful connection. Searching for target. Target successfully located. Initiating teleportation. Teleportation in progress. Stable vortex. Final phase initiated. Stable vortex. Am I an Orion? Teleportation successful. Disconnecting portal from Orion. The old one has arrived. I'm the old one, I take it. Okay. Look at these timestamps. 1 hour ago, less than an hour ago. Very precise. I am the old one. I know we don't know that with absolute certainty, but contextually it seems very likely. Oh, Vermeer. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Sorry, is that AFK? Vermeer is his name. Thank you. Alrighty. Wait, what was that? I did something there. What did I do? Ah. Inventory. Empty. Lot of slots though. Am I really going to have this many items in my inventory at one time? Journals. Nothing. Controls. Okay. Seems straightforward. I noticed it says use right mouse to deselect return inventory pay to items. What? But right click wouldn't let me back out of that menu. Journal tools. Oh, journey tools. Traveler's guide, main goals, character interactions, journey mode. Okay. Load save, options, maps. Oluj. Okay, that's where I am right now. I'm in the Sky Chamber, is it? And I need to get to Jalud Station. I like these maps. They're sweet in a way. Like they're very, like they're the sort of thing I would draw, is what I mean. Like they're not high art, but they seem very human. I think they made a mistake in the way they drew the character on the screen though, because that looks, you can see that the way the sort of smooth shading they've done really clashes with the art style otherwise. Frosty, change the word old to well seasoned. Oh, Frosty, write this down. We are old. Oh dear, people are picking on Frosty again. Options, exit game. Okay. Let me look at this again. So what was this thing doing? Oh, it was just a log. Okay, we've read the log. Nothing else to do there, presumably. Fair enough. So, is that how I teleported in? From that thing? Bridge key. Wonderful. This has all been 3D rendered, hasn't it? They've done a good job. I mean, for the sort of aesthetic they're going for, they've done a very good job. Because it does look... The graphics do look a bit dated, but that's just going to be because they were restricted in resources. They didn't have like 100 artists under their employ, I would assume. But working with what I presume they had, they've done a very good job. Why can I look up through this thing? What's the point? I'm not sure whether I should be noting this down or not. I will note it down. Frosty, what is the most difficult tongue twister in Afrikaans? Ah, Georgius, that is an intriguing query. While I regret I do not have a compendium on Afrikaans tongue twisters at my immediate disposal. Why can I look up through the teleporter? Frosty, why are cigarettes referred to as they are in certain countries? The word you're referring to, Georgius, is also used to refer to a bundle of sticks. I don't know, but I strongly suspect that has something to do with it, because it's bundled up plant matter. But I don't know for sure. There is guesswork on my part. It's also a delicious food. In Britain. Yeah, the bundle of sticks is the longer version. I'm debating whether I should just say it, because there's a perfectly fine word in certain contexts in Britain. It's not like I have any problem saying it in that sense. It's just I don't 100% trust Twitch to not have like some sort of auto detection or something that will get me in trouble, even though, as I say, it doesn't mean what it means in American English. Someone will have to take exception to it. Like, it's a normal British word, like... If it was the other way round, and this has happened, if it was the other way round, where you occasionally get Americans saying words which are really not alright in Britain, nothing happens. American English? It's called American. Understand that, Biff. Yes, indeed, Georgius. So are they going to teleport me somewhere? I assume that's where I'm going. Is that... what did they say? Jaloo Station or something? Jalode Station, I think. Okay, that's not a great start. Alrighty then. Whoa! Okay. I only know 7 words in English. That must be them then. write that down, the 7 words. Okay, this does nothing now. Where am I? What's going on? Is that how I leave? Doesn't look quite the same, does it? Oh, those giant mushrooms are giving me Morrowind vibes. That definitely isn't, though. What is notable about the Japanese character Taito, also known as Otodo? I don't know. What do you think, PZ Taito? He's Japanese. Indeed, PZ Taito, your insight is appreciated. I think that'd be pretty notable. The name Vermeer belongs to a character in game. His name isn't Potato? Oh, Taito is a kanji character, not fictional character. I was foolish. Oh, what's going on there? Is that... Actually, what is going on here? Look at this. There's like weeds coming out of the ground. Oh, okay, that looks like a fern. They do have plant life on the surface. Can I interact with these? Yes. Not clear what they do, though. I can see that there's little cables going everywhere. Taito, or Otodo, is the most complex Chinese, Japanese, Korean character with 84 strokes symbolizing cloudy above appearance of a dragon in flight. Interesting. I did not know this. I noticed that Frosty told us this little tidbit, but they didn't at any point write it down so that we could look at it. So we don't have any proof of animal life yet, do we? I mean, there probably is, but we've not seen any. Look at... Oh, hang on. Blimey. Where am I? Right, so there's an almost cylindrical building there. What does this do? What? Frosty, could you give us some anagrams of PZ Tato? And then Frosty replied, one might arrange the letters to form potato or topaz, neither of which work. It's quite delightful exercise in wordplay, much like the puzzles you encounter in Neyyah. Why can I not... It looks like there's something down there, but I can't look at it. Not properly. You get, like this is something, right? But if I try and click on it, I just walk past it. Game really doesn't want me to look at it. Hang on. I just noticed something. Look at that. Look how blue that water is. And look how shallow it is. That isn't... I don't think that's like, oh, you're in a beautifully tropical part of the world and the water is a bright, vibrant blue. That looks more like they've got some sort of blue algae in it or something. Because that's going to be so shallow. Robert. That is correct, Alexu. The streamer's name is Robert. Oh, were those crystals I just saw? I don't know, in terms of like the landscape here, this is kind of feeling like... Is this some sort of telescope? Is it showing me what's a long way away? Wait, hang on. Let's go back and look at that again. What is going on there? Not this. Here. Look at this. What's happened here with these railings? Why do they have these sticky outy bits? What's the point? Very relaxing music, isn't it? Okay, that's an area we can get to. Yeah, sorry, I forgot if I articulated this for the like general aesthetic of this area feels like a compromise between Mist and Morrowind to me. Okay. Presumably I'm supposed to be getting something working here. Alright. Hold on. That journal thing, does that have anything in it? I didn't want that, did I? Oh no, I did. Gafunky Zone. Arrival area. I've encountered button mechanism close to Jalud. I've arrived in Neyyah. I don't think I'm supposed to be reading this, am I? They said about how you get to interpret the world in your own way, so I don't think I'm supposed to be reading journal entries that other people wrote. Alright, fair enough. I guess, unless I'm misunderstanding, and I am supposed to be using that, I shall head off now. See you next stream. Likely Sekiro. More likely Skyrim. But thank you, Tato. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Fuse. How did you just pick that up and know it's a fuse? Trondy. Trondy. Etymology of topaz. Alexa, you inquire about the etymology of topaz. It originates from the Old French topace, which I'm probably mispronouncing, which itself came from the Latin topazus. This Latin term was derived from the ancient Greek topazios, referring to an island in the Red Sea where a yellow gemstone was purportedly found. It is a word with a rich history, much like the discoveries we endeavour to make here in Neyyah. Okay, how do I open the inventory quickly? There we go. I can't put these back. Alrighty. Can't put them there. Okay. I don't know what Trondy is. I've got a feeling this is going to be more than 3 to 5 hours if I'm doing it completely from my own notes. If I get absolutely nothing. And let's face it, I'm not very bright. Neyyah Site 28. Neyyah Site 28. Enter. Jaloot transport pod detected. System data intercepted. New message received from Vermeer. I wish I could speak more on the importance your arrival has on our world, but it's unsafe, and time is running out. The best I could do was send you to Neyyah. It will provide you the safest route to the Jaloot docking station, where you must meet me. Enter the portal you have arrived at and find the lab. There is another Jaloot transport pod there. Board it. The code to power the portal is located at... Signal interference, data recovery failed. Message corrupted. Enter the portal you have arrived at. What does that mean? Alright, I'm looking for a color code. Registration should be visible at all times. You are advised to check the Jaloot transport pod after landing has commenced. Alright. I can see there's a transport pod on that picture. Well, this is our first clear puzzle. So, find color code. How does it know a message has been received by Vermeer? Oh, because it took a retinal scan of us. So blue, green, orange, red, white or yellow. Or black. Am I supposed to go through here? I don't see another transport pod. Alright. Let's go back to the previous transport pod and see if we can't find ourselves a color code. Oh, there. It's right there. Why can I... Why is it shut now? Why can I not look in there? That is frustrating. I clicked all of these. Did one of these cause it to... shut? I'm not sure. Not clear what that does. Oh well. That's red or orange, blue, green, yellow, I think. Guess I should write down the other puzzles in the area so I don't forget. There's this thing. Wait, is that a puzzle? This feels like it's a puzzle. Cyan rods puzzle, I'll call it. But we got the colour code, so I can go back to the thing that wanted the colour code earlier. And we can see what happens if I actually input it. So what was your opinion so far? I find this exploration of Neyyah to be quite fascinating. A Magnifico Games navigates its intricacies with admirable skill. I don't know about that. Making for a most enjoyable and cosy adventure. Right, so the first one, we couldn't tell if it was orange or red. But the other ones were pretty confident. Oh my goodness, I just went past it. We're pretty confident. That's blue. That's green. I wonder if this is randomized. And then yellow. It's not done anything, so is it red? Yes. It's red. Okay. What's this telling me now? I don't understand. Do these represent colours? It's the top one that really throws me, because it's got like two of those things. Like it's got an inner one and an outer one. Oh dearie me. Alrighty. I guess I'll just copy out what I got. Like what this looks like. This won't be a perfect copy, but hopefully it will be good enough. There we go. Don't know what to do with that. Oh, hang on. That's doing something. Have we done it? Seems to have done something. Okay. Well, I hope we were supposed to come here. Otherwise, we have a problem. Let me save quickly. Okay. They did tell us, like, it's left click to save and right click to load, didn't they? Oh, there we go. That's how we do it. Right. Hold on. I've only gone and lost the pen lid again. There it is. Right, where were we? So there's something going on over here. This all looks dilapidated. What is that? Well, your guess is as good as mine, because I don't have a clue. Is this where I was supposed to end up? Yes, Alexa? How can I help you? Have I played Skyrim in the past? Only a little bit. If you're familiar with Skyrim, I've done the tutorial. I've done the first quest. I remember you reach a town and they tell you about this golden claw that's in some mountain. Some dungeon at the top of a mountain. I've done that. And then I think I wandered around a little while and then that was it. So that's as much Skyrim as I've done. I have done a lot, and I mean a lot, of Morrowind. And I've done a fair amount of Oblivion as well. Not as much as Morrowind, but still. So I'm fairly familiar with the world, but Skyrim specifically not so much. So I think those, like, cyan tubes, that must have been how we arrived. So no horse or house? I don't think they had houses in... Actually, they did technically have houses in Morrowind, because you could get them for... If you completed, funnily enough, the Great Houses quests. There's 3 Great Houses in Morrowind. Is it Redoran, Telvanni, and Lalu, if I recall correctly. And that house in that sense is not referring to a dwelling, it's referring to, like, an institution. But as it happens, if you get high in their ranks, they will award you with a house. Hello there. What a sweet creature. Because you're like at that point you're a senior member of their organisation and they need you to live somewhere. So there were houses in Morrowind, but I don't think you could purchase a house. You were just given them if you followed the right quest lines. As for horses, Oblivion had horses, and of course they had the whole horse armour scandal. So I'm certainly aware of horses in Bethesda games. Did I get transported through space but accidentally through time as well or something? I don't know. No greeting party, this whole place looks somewhat dilapidated. It just doesn't seem like the sort of place they would have intended to send us. Oh well. Let's keep exploring. Okay, this is looking a little more hopeful. Why has the door been broken off though? Like something busted out. Because the doors are lying this way, towards us. Still not a sign of a single, like, living soul. Unless you count the animals. Yeah, all these things that have been built have been let to fall into disrepair. Imagine playing Skyrim like Elden Ring. How do you mean? You mean if they did the combat system like Elden Ring's? For a very long time, I'd like to see I have wished but never expected that I would ever see a proper Morrowind remake with modern technology. But the thing is, the studio, Bethesda was a very different studio when Morrowind was made. The studio culture was very different, and Morrowind's design pillars were very different to the design pillars of Oblivion and Skyrim. And so I feel like if they did ever try and remake Morrowind, they wouldn't create the game I want to see. You know, like a real faithful recreation of that alien world that they created. What was I thinking? But I think if they were to do so, basing the combat off of Dark Souls would be a good modernisation. Is this a force field? Oh yes, combat systems for starters. Yeah, I'm very aware that there's a lot of things Skyrim doesn't do very well. It's funny to be in that boat, where you're a great fan of a series, but that just means you can see the shortcomings very, very well, but you're still a fan of it, you know? Like, I don't like the fact that the Elder Scrolls games are so bad in some ways, but Morrowind captured my heart when I was young. So I feel drawn to them. And frankly, Morrowind was the best of the lot. A very, very heavily patched version of Daggerfall is also very good. But like, you need all the official and unofficial patches of Daggerfall to even make it worth playing. And you have to be prepared to put up with very dated graphics, which I am, but some people aren't. And it is just in a different genre to Morrowind. It is far more of a dungeon crawler, as opposed to... It's more of an old-fashioned dungeon crawler. The sort of games you don't really see made these days. I think there have been some... Oh, blimey. I think there have been some like indie games that have tried to create dungeon crawlers, but it's not a very viable genre nowadays, like commercially. It's not very commercially viable, but Daggerfall was far more a dungeon crawler than the later games in the series. The character feels like a doll sometimes. What, in Skyrim? In what sense? Golortiak Mines, shafts, and then characters I don't recognise. Visitor list, name, check-in, check-out, signature. Lute Nithim, Unter P. Oh, and look, and then you've got those characters that we don't recognise. So they're trying to represent the fact that there's... Oh, there we go. Vermeer Delili. Entered 9 AM, left 12 PM. So they are trying to impress upon us the fact there are two cultures here. Notes. Vinter? Oh. Is that them? The one that I thought was Unter? I don't think so. Vinter returning in a couple of days. Fix on gate. May require new cable. To clarify, Bruley checked in at 11:26. Notify visitors to keep their preferred language. Notify visitors to keep to their preferred language. May need to speak to Vermeer about Smolax's shift operation, causing too much confusion amongst Fezolshians. Signed, Kirill Pelore, 0704 4231. But no one here. What happened? Okay. Glorfiak Mines. Golocraft Hangar. Oh, hangar. Craft patrol positions for the Elopilot shield. In active state. 2 armed crafts hover at the same height as the plasma fountain flute system. Await plasma fountain bulb activation. Activate. 2 armed crafts. Start separation. Fly out from the plasma fountain bulb until it completely surrounds the harbour. Patrol harbour before returning back to Glorfiak Mines. Were they attacked? Since they apparently seem to be interested in defence. Glorfiak Mines, Glorcraft Hangar, Glorcraft, Glorfiak Metal Levitation Unit. Maintenance checks to complete. Glorfiak Propulsion Units, fans, stroke coolants, console cables must be fastened to inner roof pumps. No overhanging cables, stroke clear view for pilot. Smooth throttle stroke brake systems and fast steering rod operations. Warm up engines for 5 minutes before executing takeoff. Console throttle brake system and steering rod. Two copies of the same thing. This almost makes me wonder if the developers were worried about accessibility and they considered this to be such important information that they included it twice in a different typeface and different states of like disrepair. Oh, I see, I can clear any text up. Galore Mines, Colorcraft Hangar systems. Rooftop needs to be opened fully for craft to begin levitation. Open hangar roof, activate air conditioning system, opens vents, internal backup power operator. So is this a levitation unit? Right. But the roof isn't completely open. Whack-a-mole. Yeah, a rooftop needs to be opened fully. Unclear on how I'm going to do that, but still. Oops, hang on. There we go. Wonder what that is. Curious. Oh, found you.
Ah, Vermeer.
Oh, yeah. Expecting Vermeer.
What did you do with the fourth one? You're not Vermeer.
No.
Are you the one they were talking about? Vermeer and Pelska? Yes, yes. Yes, she said you would come. But what if she's working for Smollers?
Did he send you here?
Oh, it took too long. I mean, Vermeer was never gonna trap anyone. I should have. I must get to J.
Okay. That means we can't go that way. Are we okay? So just whack-a-mole mode, Japanese game. How do you mean? Incoming video call.
So, I heard Mason went through the portal and blew himself up, along with the Jalood. Why would he do that? Such a waste. You must return to J. The portal that brought you to the lab will take you to the other Jalood. It will be useless to you, of course, without the right programming, which is why you must find the secret portal.
The secret portal, eh? As we saw in the trailer. Emergency video call transcript document. So they have they have built into the protocols of the machine the concept of an emergency video call. Printed from emergency broadcast monitor. Emergency video call sender Vermeer location Jalood docking station. Cletext communications add-on program booted. Converting audio into text data. Successful loading. And we've read all that. Follow these instructions. First, grab the Pieta case behind you. Am I supposed to be... I'm not sure I'm supposed to be reading this, am I? Or else it would have shown me that. Can you elaborate on what you mean by whack-a-mole, Alexa? I'm familiar with the game, but why are you suggesting it? Like that's a physical game. The Peter case holds the Peter devices. They provide power to various machines found on the Neyyah sites, developed in red, blue, green and yellow designs. 3 components make up the symbology of the Peter device. A Talita portal triangle representing location, a line of 4 squares representing the Peter energy level, and a circle with a line through it, which makes the Peter unique to its given location. What do you mean unique to its given location? I thought you said the triangle represented location. Well, I'll write this down. A line of 4 squares. A circle with a line through it. Which makes the Peter unique to its given location. Noted. Please notify your instructor if any Peters fail to operate during your training sessions. So this is the training kit? What's the name of the personal transport vehicle developed by British inventor Clove Sinclair? I don't know. Clove Sinclair's venture into personal transportation was named the Sinclair C5, a battery-powered tricycle that became an iconic symbol of the 1980s innovation. I did not know this. Is that the thing I just looked at, or is this a different one? Okay. Lobby access code. I'll write that down. So we need to find a lobby access code. Okay. Did I get this Peter device, or was I just told what it is? I was just told what it is. I can't help but think that there's no way they could guarantee I picked up those fuses earlier on. So as a result, I'm inclined to think that I won't need them until I get back to the area I found them in. I don't know. Could be wrong. Neyyah Site 28. Sectors. Camera sector, arrival sector, elevator sector, HQ lab sector. Neyyah Spore collection pool. Current position. Shalood arrival station, Shalood exit station. Alright. Let me make a copy of this then. So we don't... It wanted 4 symbols, not 3 though. Right, so that's the camera sector. That's the spore collection pool. Arrival sector. Jalud arrival station. HQ lab sector. Is that headquarters or high definition? Jalud exit station. So am I in Jalud now and I want to get to Aluye? Is that what they called it? Aluje. I think so. Alright, I've copied that out. That did nothing. Am I trapped in here for now? I've attained a new crystal from the Pelska Shrine. This has solved the issue of certain areas in the air not being accessible through this handheld portal. I decided to call it the Pelska Portal. No idea what they're talking about. Ertner has also updated the Bannock system, which this portal system operates on, making it sure to hide it from Smolox's gaze. Yeah, Smolox seems to be the big bad in this game. I do wish they didn't throw so many... I wish they weren't throwing lots of made-up jargon at us so quickly. Like, sure, Riven did it, but it felt like the appearances of words that have no meaning to me because they're just part of this fictional world. It felt like the rate at which that you were exposed to those was much lower in Riven. You know, it was tended to be a rare thing that you actually got told what something was called and came exposed to one of these names. Whereas with this game, it's just boom, 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 quick succession. Word you don't know, word you don't know, word you don't know, word you don't know. And I don't know, I find it frustrating. The sensors I've hidden within Neyyah's Pelorian portals also react instantly upon accessing areas of Neyyah. These sensors unlock traversable areas of Neyyah within the Pelska portal. I work here at Neyyah. I assume this is important game information, but there's so much of that I don't understand that I can't understand it. My work here at Neyyah will be much easier and quicker to conduct than I ever imagined. Of course, all of this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Aurorian's contributions. Activating the Pelska portal at the Pelska Shrine is now very instantaneous, and Aurorian seems to agree upon the activation code. In memory of the Fezoltians that were lost, and from the ashes comes a new beginning, Fezolta continues to guide me in this mission, it seems. For this I am thankful. And a picture. Handles. New Pelska Shrine crystal. Base connects to console of Pelska Shrine. Activate button. Okay, do I have one of those? Why does a shrine controller need handles? Like a steering wheel. No, I don't have the that key anymore. Forgotten where we used it. Ah. Trying to work out what we can do here. Currently we seem, I mean, the game won't let me go that way, so currently we seem trapped in this little tiny room. I'm keeping a close eye out for hotspots on the screen. I'm looking for things that I can interact with that I perhaps hadn't noticed before now. Must be this thing. Oh, sorry, no, the other thing. I bet this is a lock for that, and the Pieta case is in there. If that's accurate, then the information I need to access this is already in this room. These are the same symbols we saw before in that diagram. But previously they were arranged in a cross. There was 5 of them, like one there, one there, one there, one up, one down. How do I know? Ah, hang on. Look at the symbols around the outside. Is that the clue? Is their position telling me which one's which? So I'm not sure I wrote that down. No. It doesn't have that information on it. Oh, it doesn't mean put that in the first position, put that in the third position, put that in the second and fourth position, does it? Because, I mean, it had this little key at the bottom. If so, that's a bit of a red herring. Let me try that quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the solution. So let me get that right. That's 1. This is 2 and 4. And the bottom one's 3. Yeah, because there's 4 values. And we're looking for 4 symbols. A sequence of 4. So that would seem to figure. Yep. Yeah. This one is completely round. Okay, there we go. Unlock door, please. Next. My dearest Taliva, I'm glad you managed to access this console. Since your last visit to check the sensors at Neyyah pools, I thought I'd assist you in any other exploration you wish to carry out on Neyyah. Your inspections on the systems I've put in place have been invaluable, especially with my memory. Head like a sieve, as my mother would insistently tell me. Plus, I've enjoyed seeing you more often over the last couple of months. As the work finally comes to an end soon, we will be able to make up for lost time. unsure what that's referring to, but still. We know there's an individual called Taliva. We've determined that much. Or was an individual. Security access, secret office data. I've put together some notes for you inside a book. You can retrieve it from inside this console by pressing the unlock button on this next screen. The book contains a rough map detailing the route from here to Beta Factory, where my new secret office is located. I've programmed certain portals to deactivate upon the release of this book, which should keep you on the right track. If you wish to explore the rest of Neyyah, you have to power them back up using the console I have set in the secret office. So this is all a contrivance, a narrative contrivance to explain why you have to unlock things one at a time. Oh hi, my suggested game. Indeed! Lovely to see you. Another viewer as well as yourself also suggested this game, and so I mean it was like my two latest suggestions on the suggestions list, so I went and downloaded it. Bought it and downloaded it. Lovely to see you. How are you? Also, you'll be happy to know that I've made some adjustments to the Pelska portal. Once powered, you'll be able to traverse Neyyah faster. You'll find it behind you in the cabinet, beside the emergency broadcast monitor. Stay safe, Vermeer. Relative of Vermeer? Question mark. How did the rest of Firmament go? Moderately well. Were you there when I had the horrible trouble with the crane puzzle? That was the low point of the of Firmament. Otherwise, it was fine. And you, I'm good. I'm surviving, thank you for asking. So I'm not sure how much help I should be getting, because chat has insisted I play this on the hardest mode, and this game, and apparently the hardest mode you're supposed to like work out what's going on for yourself. They won't like, the game won't like update you when you get new information, and so to play this sort of in a purist way, I'm not sure to whether I should be reading those journals. Yeah, I watched you on the end stream right before the final embrace. Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't realise, I mean I didn't realise, but there wasn't really, there was a lot of lore dump at the end of Firmament, but there weren't any more puzzles, were there? Missed all after that. Yeah, so when I booted the game up again, I found myself outside the spire, which was annoying, so I had to find my way back in. Fortunately, the puzzles hadn't reset, so that wasn't a problem. And then I activated the final embrace and explored all that lore, but I don't think there was a single other puzzle. Which door's been unlocked? I can't go that way. Is it this one? Yes. Okay, I can leave that way. But there's... How do I open this? Ah, that's how I open this. Pelska portal. Wonderful. Okay, progress has been made. This must be the central region? I think. Is it? Yeah, this must be the spore collection pool, I assume. Although I'm not 100% sure. That's the way I came from, though. Maybe this isn't? Oh, down here? This seems to be locked. Which is suboptimal, may I say. Ah, this way? Oh, that must be the way I came from. Wait, what? I'm confused. Sometimes I find myself back in areas that I wasn't expecting to be back in. This way? Yes! We're out. Wait, what? Oh, that's unusual. It's like that woman from the trailer. Down we go. Yeah, we can't use this yet, can we? No. How far have we come yet? Just begun. Pretty much. When did we start? Like an hour and a half ago or so? Something like that. Which is longer than I thought, actually. I think it must be around that long. Hold on, I can probably tell you almost exactly. Because I split the recording, so if I check how long... Okay, so I finished at 25 past. So that was an hour and 25 minutes. So it's about another... Yeah, it's an hour and a half. Almost exactly that we've been playing this. I'm sure that seems very unimpressive progress. Somebody blew themselves up. They seem to become scared of us very rapidly. They convinced themselves that we were somehow dangerous and then blew themselves up. And we've spoken to Vermeer a few times, and that's about all that's happened. I don't think coming back here has been very productive. I was hoping that it would be, since we now had a new item, but... I guess that's not where we need to be next. I'm looking for somewhere where I can use that Pelska portal. I can't just use it wherever I like, can I? I assume I can. It looked like it had to be plugged into the shrine or something. Yeah. I don't know where the shrine is. I was thinking the shrine might be back this way. Excuse me? Okay, I'll make a note of that. What was this place called? Jalood. Near Jalood. Don't know what that's about, but I've made a note of it. So this is where I arrived, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. As in, not just this general area, I'm pretty sure this was the spot we arrived on. Oops. No way down there that I can see. What is going on here? I mean, that looks like it's a light, but why so many cables? Why would... I mean, it looks almost like it's a growing plant or something. Like, why... If it's part of an electrical circuit, why have so many cables? What's the point? Redundancy? Those look like palm trees. That might be the shrine that was in front of me. I don't know for certain that it was, but it might be. Ah, so this is where we were when we met the man that blew himself up, I think. Is this the same one we can't get through? Yes. It would seem so. I'm not very sure if I was supposed to exit that way or not. Seems like we've only got two directions of travel. Right, this was the way he went. That's right. And so he carried on down there, and then there was that explosion. So perhaps that's why the game's not letting us through that way. Right, so that's the Pelska portal. I'm still looking. Is that where it's supposed to go? Is that one of the altars? This place smells like and feels like. Like, what's the temperature? What's the humidity? What odours are in the air? What would it be like to actually be here? I noticed that the railing's broke and I wondered if I could get off there, but the game won't let me. I guess it must be this thing next. But it seemed like we'd reached a bit of a dead end because of the... Wait, what? Oh no, I see what happened there. Because of the state of the roof. We didn't know how to open it all the way. There we go. Lever system. Opens hangar roof. Right, that's what I'm looking for then. Where is that? Was that the thing we were just looking at? It is, isn't it? It's this. Am I right in assuming it's supposed to have a lever that isn't there? Can't really tell from the diagram. Wait. Nope, never mind. I thought I saw something, but I didn't. I thought I saw something sticking up and I thought, is that the lever we need? Yeah, as soon as we get in here, our direction reverses, I think. Could be wrong. Because that looks like we're getting closer, but here everything suddenly changes. As if we've just got in and turned around. Internal backup power generator. Where? Where's the backup generator? I'm looking for like pipes that are coming out of here that might be a clue. I can see that and that, but I don't think they go anywhere. So far as I can tell. Oh, do they just go into the ground? That's not much use. This is a likely candidate. But we never figured out how this thing worked. Or how I'd even begin to interact with it. I wish they'd given us a mouse shortcut for opening up the inventory. Can I rebind the controls? Not that I can see. No. Oh, controls? Yeah, there's no rebinding. That's a shame. Because I have an MMORPG mouse, so I could have just bound, like, open the journal to 1 or something. Not the journal, the other one, the inventory. Now, is this a force field that's surrounding the whole place? Like we heard described in that, on that poster, I think it was. Was it on a poster somewhere we read about how we could activate a force field to cover the whole place, or is it just covering this one place? I can't see how I would get through here. Seems like it would be a good... it seems like it would be beneficial if I could. Ah, hang on, I don't think we've been down here before, have we? We might have been. No, I don't... We have been here, haven't we? This is where we were moments ago. Okay, I was just looking at the same place in, like, reverse. Ah, I see. Hang on, how does that work? I see, I'm just turning around when I click that. Okay, got it. Have I been down here yet? Yes. Hello, can I interact with this? No. This is the way I came in. So I'm having some difficulty figuring out like the three-dimensional shape of everywhere. Sometimes, for example, like I'll click to turn around, but sometimes we turn around 90 degrees, sometimes 180. Sometimes it feels like there's additional movement that isn't properly like there. I click look up, and rather than look up, we seem to step backwards. Sometimes there seems to be like implicit additional movement, and it's confusing me. What does that mean? Hang on. There was a key somewhere, wasn't there? Inventory item required. Okay. That's good to know. That's useful information. How do I go back there? Alright. I don't expect this to work, but it was worth a go. So I definitely don't have the item I need for that. We can be pretty confident of it. I'm slightly surprised I made a gear the symbol for you need an inventory item. I don't know what they would have used, but somehow gear doesn't say to me use an inventory item. Right, that's interesting. There's no use an inventory item symbol here. So I'm not supposed to find a lever and insert it or anything. No use an inventory item there either. We had to go to so much trouble to exit. To like get out of the area we were trapped in. I find it hard to believe I'm not supposed to be out here next. Look at that. Turn 90 degrees, turn 180, and we're back where we started. So that doesn't even add up. Unless we're in some sort of... Lovecraftian space with impossible angles. Ooh. Glorfiak Mines, shaft, then that symbol, operations. Cargo checked. Process metal for Harbour Watch. Tow. Activating, transfer to shaft. Signed. Carl Pelore. Looks like. In 1986, a major summit took place that would shape the course of the Cold War. Can you name the capital city where President Reagan and General Secretary Gorbachev met? Find out when the ads end in about 2 minutes. No. I probably should know that, but I do not. I can tell these symbols are going to end up being useful, so I guess I should start writing them down. The thing that's put me off... Oh, Kirill Pelore. The thing that's put me off writing these down is I currently have no context. I think they're probably numbers, but I have no context for what value they have, so I wonder how valuable it would even be to write them down. Actually not sure if I copied that out quite perfectly. So what was going on here? Was this some sort of rebel hideout against the dark forces of Smolax? Why did they bother keeping a record of this? Was that signed the same day as the other thing we saw? The other note that was signed by Carol? Yes. The fact that it's crossed out implies that whoever wrote that doesn't really... Hang on. I think I'm figuring something out. I was going to say, it implies that they haven't yet figured out the... They don't know how to write Arabic numerals, is what I was trying to say. 11:26. I was wondering if this could be the key to deciphering this numeral system. But the only one that's... Well, that would tell me that says Roulé. Okay. Well, I guess I've got 4 of their letters then. For what good that does me. I'm going to guess that the dots are always to the right. And that I'm not actually looking at some sort of... Yeah, it's not like it's not like in the case here that the first one's got the 3 dots to the right and then the other 2 dots are to the left of the next one. I'm going to assume that is not the case. That's curious though. Why is the number of dots different? Oh, I see. The number of dots is telling the difference between L and I. I get it. Funny that L and I look somewhat similar in the Roman alphabet and this alphabet. This typeface, really. So I can see this also appears to be showing numerals, because we can see that that's the symbol on the end is the same as that symbol there. But hang on, could I not figure out what that says? That's L, that's I, L I. The next one I don't know, and the next one I don't know. It's L-I something. Until returning in a couple of days, fix on gate, may require a new cable. Smolax's shift operation causing too much confusion among Fazolcians. So was Smolax running this place for a time? Because it was sort of implied that they're the big bad at one point. Unless somebody else opens that, I don't see how I open it. But also don't see what else I can do. Well, to state the obvious, I must be missing something. Mike 28. In connection with Grey Mountain Systems. Not been up there. Not been there. So we've seen that. And that takes us back to the start. That goes to the mining operation. We've been... That's locked. I think we've been up here and that's also locked. Looks like there should be a path through there. But I've not yet found it. Oh, hello. Interesting. We hadn't seen that before. Does this help at all? Does this give us any new information? I may be being blind, but I don't think so. Is that... What's going on there? It looks like there should be a path up there, but it's been obscured in some way. Like, not obscured, that's the wrong word. Blocked in some way. Wait, let me look at that again. Oh, there's just vegetation on the ground. Okay. Yeah, no straightforward way over there, is there? There's something there. Perhaps there's a shortcut we can open up later? The way it skipped us forwards. You know, I was going in that direction, suddenly we warped way forwards, and then I turned around and it took us a lot more clicks to get back. Not that time. That's odd. Why is it inconsistent? I know I need an item for this, but I don't have said item. I take it that's not the gate that they said they needed a cable for. I assume that's up nearer to where the notebook actually is. Ooh, we've not seen this screen before. I'm not sure it helps us much though, unfortunately. Oh, an island off in the distance. And we're definitely being blocked this way. My guess is I can't lower that until I can get into the other building. I'm guessing that building holds the key to dropping that force field. I could be wrong. I don't know that. But based on proximity, that's my guess. Since there don't seem to be any controls for the force field any closer. So what am I missing? There must be something in this world that I've missed. It's got to be the Pieta case, hasn't it? Like, here's the thing. If there was like a bunch of progress that could be done here, then what would have stopped me from doing it before we'd run into the gentleman that blew himself up? The only difference is I have the Pieta case now, so that must be the thing I need to use. Which is fine and all, it's just where do I use it? I had to work hard to get out of here, so I don't think I use it in there. I kind of want to get to the other side though. I'd need to cause this to go up in the air, but while I'm on the other side. Like, I stay down here. I don't want to be taken up with it. That's not going to work, is it? No, that's not going to work, because the platform I'm on does not include the thing that's blocking me, I don't think. That's just a tube. So if there is a way through there, somehow I need to move this whole thing out of the way. Goodness knows how I'm going to do that. But I mean, there's stuff on the other side, so presumably there is a way over. I wonder if this whole platform rotates or something, given that it's a circle. I wonder if it rotates and I can just walk through here. See, right in the centre there, I think, is a good candidate for where I use the Pieta case. I don't know that's where I use it, but I think it's a good guess. Right, so that must be where the gentleman ran through, and that's where the explosion was. Wait, did I just warp up the top? Yes. Yes, I did. I wonder if this Smolux individual is going to turn out to be just the most powerful member of some other group in the region, and that actually the whole moral of the story is supposed to be, well, people have different perspectives, you know, different cultures have different perspectives, you shouldn't judge, or something. Not that that's a bad sentiment. Hello. Look at that. Like a dragon's head. But my point is, I wonder if the whole... I mean, they've been making out this individual as if they're a monster, But I wonder if the whole twist is going to be, well, actually, if you were them, you would do the same thing. Could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know what to suggest. Hello, have we been up here before? What does that say? Are you and the rest I can't get? That needs an item. And I'm guessing it's not the Telska portal. No. Well, I'm glad we discovered that, but interesting. Don't know what this is. A tap? Or something else? What was I thinking? I'm glad we discovered this thing that I missed. But right now it doesn't seem all that useful. It doesn't seem like it's going to immediately lead to any progress, is I suppose what I'm saying. Ah! This is new. So this is underneath the area that we left from. Wait, hang on. No, it's not. This is the area we left from. What? They go to the same place? Do they really go to the same place? Well, I have two different, like, directions that go to the exact same place. Because there's that, and then there's that. That and that. That is confusing. I don't understand why they've done it that way. Let's check what the symbols mean. That might be a clue. Faster travel forward direction, faster travel forward left direction, faster travel forward right. Right, so it's just telling me that we'll move you around more quickly. Can I disable that? As silly as it sounds, I don't think it's helping that much, because I think it's actually bad, because it's meaning that I'm not. It's contributing to me getting confused as I walk around, because things don't line up the way I'm expecting them to. a strange format. Let's look at that again quickly. Look at the way they did the date. So they've done day, month, year with dots in the middle, which I think is slightly unusual, but not really unusual. But then look at this. 21:37, well, 21:37H. But H would be for hour. But they've put it after the minutes. Welcome back. I'm afraid I've made no progress. Well, unless you count extremely small progress in the form of discovering things that I didn't realise were there, but I still can't do anything with at the moment. No way forwards yet. I'm pretty certain I need to use the Priata case to get to the next area. But how I would do that, I don't know. I mean, in a way this area seems encouraging, but this machine doesn't seem to work. As far as I can tell. Well, I'll take a hint if you have one. I'm fairly certain it must be that I just missed something. I think you can reread the conversations with the other people. Well, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to, because the game seemed to imply that I wasn't supposed to look at the journals and stuff if I was playing this properly on the hardest difficulty. It seemed to make a big deal about making your own notes and observations and not being forced to look at the journal. I mean, I could just look at the journal, but if I did that, then that would presumably just give it away. It would presumably just tell me, go here, do this next. Because that's what it seemed like. Or am I supposed to be reading the journals? Have I misunderstood that? There is a journal that does that. I wouldn't use that either. How do I know what I can read and I can't read? Did you mean character interactions? Okay.
So, I heard Mason went through the portal and blew himself up, along with the Jalood. Why would he do that? Such a waste. You must return to
Look at this necklace, that's interesting.
The portal that brought you to the lab will take you to the other Jalud. It will be useless to you, of course, without the right programming, which is why you must find the secret portal. So, I heard Mason went through the portal and blew himself up, along with the Jalud.
So no main goals or traveller's
Why
guide.
would he do that? Such a waste. You must return to Erlajay. The portal that brought you to the lab will take you to the other Jalud.
I think that's 6 characters on whatever he's wearing on his neck.
Which is why
But his name's only 5. To live is 7. So it's not that.
Greetings. I'm Vermeer, head scientist here on Erlajay. I'm sure you're wondering why you've been torn from one reality and thrown into another. Basically, your arrival was foretold by an ancient spirit, and your mission will change the fate of the world. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Behind you, there is a key.
What was that supposed to
It will
represent?
operate the
Editing?
bridge to the Jalud station.
That you recorded one bit and then
Press the
another?
button to get inside. The Jalud will take you to Neyyah. In the name of Fazalta. Your existence changes everything.
So Jalud is a transportation
Go
system.
to Neyyah. Save us all. Like the Pelska foretold.
Pelska, that was the one the other one mentioned. But he called them the Pelska, not Pelska. Jalud. Transportation system. Noted. Right, let's see about Mesa.
Ah, Vermeer. I've just finished stacking these heater shells. What did you do with the 4th one? You're not Vermeer. Are you the one they were talking about? Vermeer and the... Pelska?
I did say the
Yes,
Pelska.
yes. Yes, she said you would come. But what if she's working for Snorlax?
Did he send you here? Oh, it took too long. I mean, Vermeer was never gonna trap.
Anyone? I should have.
I must get to Erlajay.
Well then. None of that was particularly useful, but still. So what about... Where is it? Journals. Should I be looking at these or not? Oh my goodness, it's a karate raid! Welcome in, raiders! I'm Robert and this is Yale Magnifico Games channel. On this channel we play old games and new games, we play games that make you think, and we play more actiony games. If you enjoy these sort of cozy streams, then I'm usually live on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays from 6 o'clock UK time. Currently I've got a playthrough of Neyyah on the go, which I've just started, which seems to be a missed clone. Still not sure about it yet, but it seems alright. And the other game, I don't know, I was doing Sekiro, but then I ended up, well, the viewership was extremely low, and so I'm thinking of swapping out for Skyrim. How are you, Karato? Lovely to see you. Well, Vermeer did give you some instruction. Well, he did find the secret teleporter. I know that's a goal, but I've been walking around for ages and I haven't found anything. No viewers for Sekiro? That's wild. I was very, very, very bad at it. It has to be said. I'm not sure people had the patience. It's most fun when you're bad at the game. Because you get to see the viewers struggle and find ways to overcome. Yeah, I wasn't overcoming. I was just bad. Like, the problem was it felt like my reactions were slower than the windows for blocking in that game. Like, I physically couldn't do it. Bad. Hello. Oh, I can't go in there. Find the secret teleport. Oh, by the way, you're welcome to play along with me if you haven't played the game before. That's a general invitation to everyone. My rule is if you've played the game before, please don't provide hints unless I ask for them. Although I have actually asked for a hint just now because I'm stuck. But if you've not played the game before, you're welcome to play with me. I'm supposed to find some sort of secret teleporter, but I haven't the slightest clue where it is. I mean, through here would make the most sense, but this doesn't work, and I don't know how to get it operational. I may have to look up a hint online. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's see if I can find anywhere which has just hints, as opposed to a walkthrough. There's a mechanic to highlight interactable objects, in case that's something you would prefer. Yeah, I probably would actually. Because pixel hunts are no fun. Space it was, I think. Or middle mouse? Oh. So it's a control. Wait, C does Payetta case? Action highlights, right. I see. Hello. This is new. Am I supposed to be seeing this? have a bit of an explore then, now that we have this newfound ability. This renowned Welsh art gallery and museum, established in 1911, houses a diverse collection. In which city did you find the Glyn Vivian? I have no idea. Frosty, please give us a summary of events so far. We're exploring Neyyah, seeking solutions to its puzzles. El Magnifico is currently examining the Piazza case, discerning the path forward. A most engaging adventure. Yeah, that's not a very good summary, is it? Oh, that needs an item. Right, that was lost on me. So that's told me something new, something I didn't know yet. Frosty, please improve the previous summary. Yeah, that's not very much improved, is it? How'd your stream go, Karato? If you don't mind my asking. What were you playing? Okay, that's no help on its own. We already know about that, but we can interact with it. Let's go back into the mine. That might be helpful. I hope it's helpful. Is Karato among us? I don't know, he may have had to raid and run. Well, I've already examined that. That's presumably the exact same thing. Yeah, I think it is. And I've examined that before, so I already know about that. But clicking on it does nothing. Oh, that doesn't even tell me that I can interact with those two things. I wonder if that's because you can't do anything with it. Not looking good, is it? Frosty Tools, there's Sherlock Holmes. Please give us instructions for the next step. We've read all those. Ah! I've never seen that before. Oh my goodness. That'll be the hidden one, won't it? The hidden portal. That's probably what lets us make progress. Did that do it? No. Then what's the point of this? That's a symbol for the game, isn't it? And only half of it's lit up. I'm not sure if I was supposed to find this yet. I've got a feeling that possibly I was supposed to come back here later and find out after I'd had some sort of hint that that existed. So I can't seem to do anything with it, which makes me think that it's not supposed to... if I can't interact with it, it's probably not a solution to anything I can do right now. I probably need it for the knowledge. It's probably supposed to tell me something, which I don't yet know how to interpret. I did note they were talking about those heating elements earlier. And where did you put the last heating element? Okay, I'm probably going to continue looking up hints online then. The spacebar trick, while very useful to know about, wasn't on its own enough to help. Alright, let's do a quick look online. So what do we got? We've got, yeah, hint guide. No, I don't see a hint guide. I see walkthroughs. Alright, guess I'm gonna have to use a walkthrough, but be very careful about what I read. It's good they have colourblind options. So I'm looking at this, yeah, guide. Okay. That's all well and good. We've done all that. And what's next? We've done all that. 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 Okay. Seems like we solved a lot. Okay. Right, okay. I see what I've missed. And wouldn't you know it, it's exactly what I thought it would be. There was something which we could activate that I just missed. As simple as that. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Apparently there's a ladder here we can climb that I just didn't see. In fact, I'm still not seeing it, if I'm honest with you. It should be around here. It should be here. But I'm not seeing it. Right, this is the screen. There. And then they somehow find a ladder that I'm not seeing. Oh, here. There, do you see the ladder? Oh my goodness. There it is. How do I actually use it? Here. That's what I was missing. That's the thing that's had us stuck this whole time. Oh. Well, it's progress. Okay. So, the main difference from when we were here last time is that we now have the Piata case. Okay. Don't know what we're going to do with those, but we've picked up more fuses. Okay. I wonder what could be considered a boss in this game. It's the details that get you. Yeah. Oh, I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that there was a dark ladder in the dark. Hello. Is that a symbol from the Piata case? Is that what you want? Is that the right one though? Did I just luck out? Can I remove it now? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, I did luck out. That was the correct one. Because you can see from that diagram. That's the triangle. That's the thing with a line through it. Okay. Showing the power level. I'm getting it now. Okay, I should record this. I don't know what we'd call this location. But I guess I'll have to come up with a name. Just copying this out. Right, we need a name for this location for my notes. What do we think when we look at this? Ocean Pool Tower. Noted. Now the question is, what did that actually do? Something over here. Will this work now? Because I can see there's a cable that runs all the way over here, presumably into this device. Still seems to do nothing. I'm not sure what more I'm supposed to be doing here. You know, to get it to do something. Can I go down there? I can't seem to go down there for some reason. Alright, fair enough. I turned round on myself. Didn't mean to do that. This needs an item, which we don't have. We know that now because we're learning the cursor symbols in this game. Did we ever go up this way? Did we explore this way? I don't think we did. Those mushrooms. I do like a giant mushroom. Oh, hello. Yay! Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to skip that animation. Right, that closes it behind us. which we probably don't want to do, I would assume. What's going on there? What's that? I don't know. Could be more mushroom material. Oh, hello there. What a sweet friend. Hello. Bye now. This is looking a lot like the mine we found in the other area. So could I have accessed all this before? Or was doing the stuff I did with the Piata case responsible for making this area available? Blimey. Is this the same tower? Is that Ocean Pool? Is this Ocean Pool Tower? I'm not sure. I don't think it is. I wonder what we can... Oh, good old times of King's Quest. Did you miss the King's Quest? I guess after this I could always do Space Quest or Police Quest or something like that. Okay. Well, I guess I make a copy of that. Somewhere in my notes. Well, near-ish to Ocean Pool Tower. I don't know how close it is. And I don't know that it's a well, but it's what I'm calling it just so that we have something to call, some name to give it. Is this a pressure dial? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe? I don't think it can be. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 maybe? The dark space remains of some of the scenes with the sleeping dragon. How do you mean, sorry, Alexei? I'm afraid you've lost me there a little. One thing I can't tell is, are these numbers the right way up for me to look at them? Assuming these are numbers. Are they all the right way up, or have they, like, made them... Have they turned them to follow the clock face, if you see what I mean? I think they've turned them. Because I think that is more likely to be the shape if it's horizontal, if you see what I mean. Sorry, just finishing copying this all down. A dark scene reminded me of the sleeping dragon in the dungeon in King's Quest. Oh, I see. Right, I've copied that out. I hope I'm right about the numbers. I could be very wrong. That's changed. Well then, I don't know what we've done. Write that down. There we go. So we've not been this way before. What? I can't see these things. It's just too dark. Thank goodness for the button. That's all I can say. Did you hear about the new Green Lantern series? No! Tell me more. Ooh, that was a well-hidden path. Is that a friend? It's a friend! Look at them! Well, we can say without any doubt that there's animal life now, can't we? Have we made in the style of the True Detective series? I don't know what the True Detective series is, I'm afraid. Wait, look at that symbol. That might be one? Then that doesn't figure with the other symbols we found, though. Like, comparing the symbols we found on the shafts, which I assumed were 1, 2, 3, but I didn't know in which order, to the one we just saw. That would figure for 1, but then the symbols I just copied down don't fit that at all. A dark, somber investigation style heavily grounded in reality. Interesting. Ooh, what have we got here? I mean, it would be rude not to. Did nothing. Oh, blimey. Have I made a mistake? Okay, I can get off this thing. Good to know this is available. This might be our way to get to Aluj, was it? But there's so much more we could explore first. Still don't understand those. Are they just like portals purely for transmitting photons so that we can, you know, like basically the equivalent of a camera? Or is there something more going on there? Ooh, we can go to the beach. What is going on with the ground here? What is this? Sand? Shale? Dirt? I'm not really sure. Ooh. What? It's worth giving it a shot. This is some realistic stuff. Maybe a trailer. Beach. I'll just call it. Thank you, Alexi. I didn't write down the one in the other area we were, did I? Now I realise I should have done. Alright, let's keep going. I'm sure we'll be back here. Right, that's the way we came from, I think. Hang on. I'm lost. This is how we got here. This was the first door. That's the way we just went, isn't it? So I think... And this one was the locked one. No? Oh, then the first one must have been the locked one. I suppose the thing that I did down the path unlocked it? Maybe? Is that what happened? Probably. So I'm trying to wrap my brain around all this. True Detective 2014, starring Matthew McConaughey. Right, this is where we did the stuff, isn't it? Where we found that, what I was calling a well. But I don't know that it is a well. This has turned me around. Hang on. Whoa. Maybe it hasn't turned me around. Maybe this is a new area. No, I'm sure this is where we came from. Okay. Which way did I go then? This way. Through here. Through here. We've not been this way. So this is new. Yes. No. What? Oh! I get it! It's what people call a circle. Ah! Right. Makes sense. Okay, sorry, that was really throwing me for a while. Fair enough. I get it now. I don't understand everything that we saw there, but at least I understand topologically what's going on. We didn't find any new inventory items, did we? No. Well, if that's the case, then we're going to have to use the thing we found. The other Jalude? That thing. This legendary director had a string of blockbusters before finally clinching his first Best Director Oscar. For which film did he achieve this? You haven't given us enough information. We know it's a legendary director that received an Oscar. I suppose telling us there was a string of films before that tells us that, you know, this wasn't their first or second film that they ever made that they got an Oscar on. I feel like in most cases that won't be the case though, and that doesn't narrow things down very much. Well, let's hope this takes us to Ulajay. I'm sure it's going to take us somewhere. Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting it to launch us in the air like that. They've put a lot of work into these cinematics, haven't they? Look at the islands in the distance. It seems a bit grainy though, doesn't it? And low resolution. The foreground doesn't, but the background does. And I don't understand why. Because almost certainly they would have... I mean, not almost certainly. They would have computer generated all this. Obviously they would have. And they'd have had to have created the textures and the models for everything. So given that process, why wouldn't they have just exported to a higher resolution? Rendered to a higher resolution, exported to a higher one? Steven Spielberg earned his first Academy Award for Best Director for the critically acclaimed 1993 drama Schindler's List. I thought, wait, is an Academy Award the same as an Oscar? I thought they... I don't know, I'd always assumed they were different. Oh, hang on. I skipped another cutscene for no reason. Why does it wobble like that? It's hard to imagine that a machine that's actually designed to rotate would like wobble back and forth. Heating element? That needs something inserted. That needs something inserted, apparently. Okay. Another symbol up there. Another very dark area. I mean, I don't mind dark areas in general. It's nice to have a variety of lighting conditions. It's just I don't like it if they put things that I need to be able to see in a dark area. In that case, it wasn't as bad because A, it's got highlights, and B, I had just opened a door that works the exact same way. So it was an obvious thing to look for. Whoa. What? Okay, I think that's what we call a shortcut. Is that what they meant by we're going to shut down all those portals and then you're going to have to activate them again? No, I don't think we've been here before. I'm not 100% certain. I was wondering if, like, you have to activate... Why did the game whip me around? I didn't do that. I was wondering if perhaps you have to, like, see a portal from both sides, like, touch it on both sides and then it's activated or something. Okay. Well, one thing we do seem to have established is that those portal thingies we've been seeing are, well, sorry, those camera-like things we've been seeing are in fact portals, or at least some of them are. Because we weren't sure before. There were things we had travelled through like portals, but then there were other things we hadn't. And we weren't sure whether some of those... The ones that looked a little different, we weren't sure if they were portals or just camera systems. But it looks like at least some of the ones that look like that are in fact portals. Which is good to know. Progress indeed. I had to use a hint guide, and it turned out that I just wasn't seeing a ladder. That was literally it. There was a ladder in the dark that I couldn't see. And then we found ourselves here. Again. see. Same symbol again. That is exactly the same symbol. It's not different at all. Look at the way the sky reflects off the water. Isn't that nice? Blimey. Up we go. To where? I don't know. Well, I mean, it'd be rude not to. Ah, very nice. I noticed that was turning it clockwise, which I think the game had been using for closing the doors up to this point. And anti-clockwise for opening. Can I not go down there? Guess not. But that tells me that whatever that track is, it's broken. Let's verify this. Oh no, that's clockwise for open. Alright, I stand corrected. Either it's inconsistent or my memory is at fault, either of which I consider to be perfectly plausible. Wait, where am I? It's some sort of mine, I think. Interesting. Glowing plants, by the looks of it. What's the point in that? Why would I want to wiggle it? Why have a dead end like this? Sort of boarded up as well. The first door we've seen that's, or doorway we've seen that's been boarded up. Curious. That's not the right way, is it? This way? I mean, I know that's the symbol we've seen before. I know that's, for example, the symbol that we saw in the mining area. The one that I thought maybe means 1, but I wasn't sure. Isn't it peaceful here? Isn't this lovely? Anywho, we should probably keep going. I don't want to read that because I know the journals spoil you, but I wouldn't mind seeing what it was called. Falitsu Island map developments. Falitsu Island, okay. That's probably what we're on now. I'm just going to state something now, which I hopefully will revisit when I finish this game and give a review at the credits, but in case I don't, I'm kind of getting the feeling that the developers have gone to a lot of effort, and I mean a lot, to both try and maximise the accessibility of this game, in terms of accessibility options, but also make it very customizable so that people can make the game extremely easy for themselves if they want. Which again, you don't usually see in puzzle games. You don't usually see that variable levels of difficulty. And I want to stress, like, that wouldn't have been free. It needn't have been that expensive to do, but in terms of effort. But that they'd have had to have thought that through from the beginning, especially to make all the documents that give the hints seem like in-world artifacts and stuff like that. They would have had to have most likely planned this from the beginning and thought hard about how they can have apparently at least 3 tiers of difficulty that are meaningful. And of course, there are both like the difficulty settings and the individual settings you can change in the options, and like the spacebar to highlight things you can interact with, like this. Oh, like I can't do it now, I guess, because that's not interactive anymore. There we go, like that. So there's a lot of things that players can either engage with or not engage with, enable or not enable, to have all these different, to tailor their experience to what they want. And in a way, that's a really, really good thing. I mean, overall, I'd say it's more positive than negative, but there is a catch. With the way that they've done it, it feels like the game's lost a bit of its identity. Like, it's not sure of what it wants to be. Like, I don't know clearly, to get the sort of experience that I want, which is more of a Mist Riven-like experience, I don't really know what I should and should not be engaging with. Like, I've decided not to read the journals because I kind of got the impression that I'm not supposed to, if I want more of a Mist Riven-like experience. But it's not clear that that's the case, and it's not like they've been disabled entirely. It's not like you put the game to the hardest difficulty and they don't even appear. They're there, and it raises the question, well, should I be looking at them? I mean, it's one thing to let players change the difficulty on the fly. That's fair enough. Although, you do have to design the game appropriately to support that. But it's different to then, like... It's strange. It's strange having a difficulty setting where instead of actually changing the game itself, it's just like, we won't tell you something unless you look for it. Like, I think what it said was that it won't tell me when I get a new journal. It's just, but I'll still find the journals and I can still read them if I want. I don't know, it just feels... I almost don't want to say it because they've clearly put all this work in to try and make the game more accessible, and I feel that that really deserves praise. But it feels a bit half-baked. Like, they had some brilliant ideas, but weren't... just slightly missed the mark, if you see what I mean. I wonder if, instead of having all these in-world artifacts, if they really would have been better off with just like an old-fashioned hint system. I know it wasn't done that often, but there are games that provide hint systems. Some do them as in-world hint systems, like Primordia did. In Primordia, you you would be playing the main character, but they would have companions that would follow them around, and these companions would often just, basically try and solve the puzzles themselves. You'd get little hints that way. That's interesting. That looked like it was a button to summon this thing, which means there's another way the game thinks I should be able to teleport about. Also, look at that. That's another teleportation thingy that oh yeah, that's the one we just used. Okay, that makes sense. And I just want to go inside again for a second and see if I missed something. Also thinking, yeah, you can have in-world hint systems like Primordia. The main issue I had with Primordia's hint system was that you couldn't turn it off. And it was like, sometimes it absolutely saved my bacon. Sometimes I was so happy it was there, and the fact that the companion just suddenly blurted out a hint, and it was like, oh, this puzzle that I've been stuck on, right, okay, I just missed this, that, or the other. But other times it was so frustrating to just have the puzzle suddenly spoilt for me. But then you've got hint systems like I think Torrance Passage did, where it's always there. You essentially spend score to get a hint. People may feel differently about whether they should have done that at all. Because in a way it feels bad to give in and then like give up some of your final score just to get a hint, but on the other hand, you know, it was nice to have that hint system there the whole time. Also added a bit more replayability, because you almost certainly did need to use the hint system at some point the first time you played, at least as a child. But then you've got an incentive to try and do the whole game again from the beginning without giving up any of your score. Those sort of mechanisms, I wonder if they would have been better than having these like journals which are there no matter what difficulty you're on, but you're just expected to not look at them, I think, if you're playing the game on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, I'm not sure what else I'd say. I mean, that's basically it. That's my point. That doesn't work. That won't let me through like the other one did. I don't know what the difference is. Mushroom spore. I wasn't expecting to pick that up. And I'll be honest with you, I know there's the spore collection chamber, but apart from that, I don't know what we would do with it. Maybe I take it straight back there and see what happens. 'Cause I don't have another idea. Do I remember the path back? I think it's up this way? Yes. This is the way back, isn't it? Or way forwards, depending upon how you look at it, I suppose. Do I just go up here and it works? No. How did I do it then? Before? Do I have to re-enter the code every time? That could be it. No? The code's still... it's still in a state of having had the code entered. So that's not it. Hang on. What's that? I can't interact with it anyway, so probably nothing. I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find myself uncertain how to progress at this point. Let's put these back and see if that fixes it, because I did remove these fuses, it has to be said. I'm not allowed. The game is absolutely not having it. Okay. Well then, that's presumably not what broke the portal. I don't understand why it would be one way though. Because nothing obvious has changed. So I don't think it has. I mean, I find it hard to believe it has to do with taking the fuses, because I could have taken... I assume I could have taken both sets of fuses to begin with. There's no evidence that the game would have stopped me. And that would have then made it... And we can't put them back, and if that was blocking the portal, that would then make the game uncompletable. So, I'm guessing it's not that. It's possible it's something else I did in the world, something I changed, but I kind of doubt it. Because there's nothing I've done that would, you know, really seem to relate to this place. That really. Nothing that I changed in the world in any way drew my attention to that specific location, is I suppose what I'm saying. Let me check the controls quickly. Pelska portal, that's the thing. Yeah, I keep pressing P, but it does nothing. I'm just wondering, is that the key? Do I have to use the Pelska portal, like, right in front of one of these portals or something? Is that, is that what I'm missing? Press P. Nothing. Nothing happened. I mean, the last bit of advice we were given was to find the secret portal, as they put it. If I stand in front of this and press P, does it do anything? No. Hang on. Pelska portal. Pelska is in this woman. The Pelska. In fact, do we know it's a woman? I think... Yeah, she has been described as her. Pronouns her, so I'm going with she. That's the one that both Mason and Vermeer mentioned, isn't it? So why is the portal named after her in particular? I wonder. I do wonder. Right, this is where... Yeah, this is where we came from not that long ago. This is how we managed to make it onto that other island. I'm just basically going back over places we've been before to see if I've unlocked anything. I think I turned myself around accidentally. Right, so there's the area with the well, which may not be a well, but that's just what I called it to give it a name. We can check this area out again. And then there's one locked door we never found the way through, isn't there? I'd like to know, has like the dial we saw changed at all? Has it gone down over time? No. I don't really know what this thing means. If I'm honest with you. It's possible we've already benefited from its use. It's possible we haven't yet. Hello. I don't think I'd noticed these before. We've seen those symbols before. This one actually I don't think we have. Or I'm not sure we have. We might have. I don't think I have it copied down anyway. Yeah, I don't have that one copied down. But the other one we saw on the other side, that's the one we saw in the dark cave. This game totally looks interesting. It's amazing how you take notes. Thank you, lovely to see you. How are you, Chippy? It's 11 o'clock, Pikachu. Not midnight. Lovely to see you though. How's your streak going? I almost said kill streak for some reason. Your watch streak. How are you two? Oh, I'm still confused by the hours still. Yeah. And that's going to change soon, isn't it? Is it next week that the clocks go back? I think it is, and then we're gonna be in the old state of affairs again. Yeah, this game is essentially a Myst clone. Which I've just started today. So, do I have a name for this place? I'm not sure if I do. I'll call it the Other Tower. The Other Tower. Never mind. I'll skedaddle at midnight. Uh-oh, is there some trigger with the clock alarm? Oh, you mean the fact that I have bells that play? Oh, did you think the bells were from the game? That's just something I play during my streams. Helps me keep track of time, and I hope the audience likes it as well. I have noticed a few people sometimes saying just as the bells go that, oh, I need to go now. So I like to think that they're helpful. He's got the bells for time. Previously I was more sneaking with your streams. I haven't played Sekiro yet and was afraid to get spoiled. I see. Well, the situation with Sekiro is that the viewership was surprisingly low, even though several people had requested that I play it. And as a result, my current intention is to swap Sekiro out for Skyrim. I was very, very bad at that game, so I can understand why people may not want to see it. But that's the current thinking, so I'm thinking of putting Sekiro on indefinite hiatus. Sekiro is... I don't know if they consider it to be open world. It kind of like, I think it's somewhat in the middle, in the sense that I think technically, you know, there's nothing stopping you from going in any given direction except, you know, like, you have to defeat certain bosses to access the next area of the game. But within the areas of the game that you have access to, I think you can move around freely, but there is a very linear order in which you're supposed to do things. You don't get to just... which is quite unopen world, I think. I've been told it's more linear than Dark Souls. Nope, I have Skyrim, but since I have difficulty of focus being in a wide place, I ended up lost of the goal and stopped. That's funny, because with the Elder Scrolls games, you, what you talk about, you lose track of the goal, that is absolutely par for the course, that is to be expected, and I think most people that are fans would generally say that, you know, it's, you enjoy the experience. You enjoy that experience of being lost in a world. So, for example, I played a lot of Morrowind growing up. That's the Elder Scrolls 3, two games prior to Skyrim. That's the game I spent a lot of time playing when I was growing up. Well, not the only game, but one that I spent a lot of time on. Guess what? Never finished the main quest. Must have put hundreds of hours into that game. Never finished the main quest. Because I was too busy doing other things. In my case, I'm like Little Red Riding Hood, stuck in the woods collecting snails. Interesting. Another difference I've noted, or maybe not a difference, but something that I've been paying attention to with regards to this game, is it very often lets me like look up, but I feel like in Mist and Riven it usually only let you like look up when there was something useful to be seen. It was almost like a hint. If you can look up, there's something useful here you all need to see. But being able to see there's a light on top of that, whatever it is, I'm not sure if that is useful information. It feels like it's just, in some cases it feels like they've just put in look up as a feature, not because it's actually useful to the player, but because they can, basically, because you know, they want to show off the world they made, and in many cases it's very pretty. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. Perhaps as we complete more puzzles it will become clear that I am wrong. I'll be honest, I'm stuck again. I don't know where I'm supposed to go from here. Did you play the original Mist and Riven or the free roam remakes? Both. I did the originals about 3 years ago, and very recently I did the remakes. I did Mist, then Riven, then Firmament, and I finished Firmament today, and now I've just started this game, Neyyah. Neyyah. Oh, that's done a thing. Those didn't work before, so that must be what turning the water pressure on did. Does that reverse that? That doesn't seem to do anything. And that puts it back down. Okay. Now if I press this, does it do something? It lets me use it. that just take me back to the start of the game though? Because that wouldn't be a very useful place to be. How are you, Pikachu, anyway? Jalude Fuse. Jalude is, I believe, what they call these machines. Well, if I have a Jalude Fuse, I'm guessing this thing's not going to work anymore. Which is fine. But I don't know where I'm going to find another one. Like, it feels like this is a part for another one. Yeah, I suspect without the fuse it's just not going to work. So, fantastic that I've got a new item, but I don't know where I'm supposed to use it. I just begrudgingly woke up from a nap. Why didn't you nap some more, Pikachu? Of all the nap. I missed that before. We don't have all of their writing system yet though, so I can't decipher that. In fact, we only have 4 letters. I have R, U, L and I because that happens to be a person's name. Just told to get up. Oh, poor thing. Otherwise I might have slept till tomorrow, you never know. Wouldn't that have been lovely? I wanted to look at the other side to see if it's the same writing or different writing, but I guess that's not happening. Is this the way I want to go? Yeah, I think so. Oh, ads. I wish I could work out what determines whether one of those things will just let me look through it or let me teleport. I can't get to the Jalude fuse on this one. Going out, see you later. You take care, Pikachu. Those things do look an awful lot like eyes, don't they? I wonder if they use that bright light to try and disguise some sort of animation anomaly. Actually, I'm not sure if this is a Jalude. Is that island over there the actual place we're going to? Because if so, this is more like a tram. Yeah, it is, isn't it? think this is a tram, but with some sort of levitation device. When all forces acting an object perfectly cancel each other out, leading to an unchanging position, what is this state of balance called? This stable condition, where the net force is zero and there's no change in motion, is known as equilibrium. I haven't forgotten that those things want items. But I don't know what items they want. I don't think I have anything I can use. Oh. I missed that before. Whatever it is. Oh, it wants me to see it, but I can't seem to interact with it at all. I don't know what it is, so I don't see what the point is in being able to see it. Have I been down there yet? I feel like this is probably the place I need to be. I can't be sure. I could be wrong. Like, clockwise does open, so anti-clockwise closes. As you look, as you look from above. Oh, this is new. We've not been in here yet. Yes, I did miss stuff in here. It would seem. Is that a gas mask? What is that? I can't interact with it. It's strange. Not really sure what to make of that. Nice music. Oh, that's the way I came in. That's the way we've previously been. This is new. We've not been here before. And it looks like it can take us somewhere else we've never been. If I'm not misinterpreting this. This is definitely not the way we came in. It can't be, because this isn't the same view, is it? Wait, hang on. Is it? I think we came in that way. Well, there's one very quick way to find out. Wait, can I not use this? Well, we've definitely not been this way then. Oh well, I'd probably better wrap up there. So thank you for joining me everyone. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be streaming next on Friday. I'm thinking I'll do Skyrim. I'm thinking I'll swap from Sekiro to Skyrim. For the reasons I've discussed a few times. We might have a Saturday stream. I still need to find out about that. But there is a possibility for a surprise Saturday stream. Monday, I've got Firmament written there, but we finished Firmament, so that should say Neyyah. Let me correct that, shall I? And then Wednesday will be presumably more Skyrim, if that's what we do. Unless I do stick with Sekiro. Let's update the schedule, so that should be Neyyah. There we go. So if you're just interested in Neyyah, that's going to be next Monday. So thank you for joining me, everyone. I should find someone to raid, shouldn't I? Thank you to everybody that kept me company in chat, and thank you to everybody that lurked. Genuinely, I appreciate it a lot. You're the reason that I do this. I mean, that's just the case. Oh, hang on. You're very welcome, and hope you have a wonderful night too. I'm just deciding who to raid quickly. Can I raid them? Or is it... Yeah. They don't accept raids. Who else can I raid? Hang on, is someone else playing Neyyah? Because that would be a... That would be a good way to raid. No. No one else is playing this game currently. Okay, who am I raiding then? Oh my goodness. Tell you what, we'll raid the Unpickable Lock. They're playing The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages, which isn't one I'm familiar with. It looks like an older one, although it's always possible that it's on like Game Boy or something. Anyway, have a wonderful night, everyone.